G'day viewers and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Blokesworld. We're about to kick off day 3 on our amazing ride through the northern parts of Thailand. I'm here with Dave. What a cracking day we had yesterday, eh?
Yeah, we'll have another beautiful day today. Looks like the sun's out.
Excellent. Where are we off to today?
We're going to Lod Cave.
Nice.
So we're going to do probably a 50k loop.
Yep.
In the forest.
Yep.
Do some trails there, then we'll head down onto the road, do the bitumen up to a nice coffee shop and a lookout.
Yep.
And then we'll head into the cave.
Fantastic. And I'm rocking my second set of gear today because if you didn't see last week, I got taken to the Chris Warwick car wash. There he is over there. Check him out. $5.95. He'll wash everything you own. And there's his partner in crime, the crazy Austrian. Anyway, right now, let's kick-start these bikes and start the episode. Welcome to Blokesworld. Have a look at that, viewers. Absolutely ripping. This whole country of Thailand is one awesome motocross park.
Good morning guys, welcome back to Blokesworld. Just started our ride. Did some major bike maintenance. Gotta look this. Ah, perfect. Ah, look better than you.
Check him out, Leon Scorsese.
AD's actually doing alright. I mean, you got to look at the positives. He hasn't crashed. He's saved a heap load of fuel. Really good for the economy. Really good for the greenhouse effect. He's really looking after the place.
Well, day 3 started off like any other day so far. Brilliant. Hang on.
So we're leaving, or we stayed last night in Mae Hong Son. So we got up this morning, had a nice breakfast at a cafe. So we get a good coffee and good meals because some of the hotels are not too crash shot on food. So we always go for something a little bit better.
Then we had to go to a bike shop and give the bikes a bit of love.
Those last 2 days we did some damage on the bikes, and you just get to that garage and they are just fixing everything there, and it's all busy and everything, and it's all going crossing and so much people, so much mechanics going around there, and it's just like next to the street, so it's all open and everything. You got to watch them fixing the bikes and everything. Chris was fixing his fan up, and he actually got it pretty quick. In the meantime, I was at 7-Eleven getting some super glue for my indicators.
Well, viewers, you might have noticed last episode, Leon's helmet cam, she was a bit wonky. We've got MacGyver over here. Tell us what you've done, Leon.
Yeah, I just gotta grind some of these connection rods up to get the GoPro to the side. So all you gotta get is a Leatherman and some engineering skills. Now we're good to go.
And then we just head out of town, and Dave recommended some of these trails, and then it was just all single trail into the forest. We're in the shade for most of the day. So we crossed some small bamboo bridges.
And of course, viewers, just like a bunch of ducks, once the guys found some water, they couldn't help themselves. Because nothing handles a river crossing like a rental. But you might be wondering, how come we haven't heard from Chris Warwick this episode? Well, here's just a short clip from his interview later that night.
Whoa! Oh no, soaking wet, dude.
Yeah, but actually was full of water in the boots and everything. Yeah, it's not kind of a problem here in Thailand because it's pretty hot and it's actually good. So we went straight on and went for a little stop for a coffee. We had an amazing view there over a big valley, and yeah, we're just taking videos and was just breathtaking view.
Just been hucking it through the jungle. It's stinking hot. Just dropped in to have a cold drink, or maybe a hot one if you're from England. A couple of Earl Grey. Can of Coke for the Australians.
Don't go away, viewers, because after the break, we roll down a hill in a really big ball. Tim, the toe cutter, shows the young guys how it's done on the bitumen, and we check out the Lod Cave. See you after this.
Welcome back to Blokesworld. Guys, absolutely terrified.
Welcome back to Blokesworld in Thailand. It's a 5-day dirt bike ride across the northern part of the country, right up near the Burmese border. We're on day 3 of the 5-day ride, but one of the other things we checked out while we were here was the X Centre in Chiang Mai. You may have seen us destroy 3 of their drift carts a couple of episodes ago, and today we've come back to check out their bungee jump and the Zorb ball.
So we're here at the X Centre in the northern part of Thailand, Chiang Mai, in Mae Rim. Most people like Chiang Mai because the weather's better, it's a little cooler. And so what we opened up is an extreme sports centre here in the north of Thailand. Off-road buggies, off-road UTVs, ATVs, we have motocross, Zorb balls, bungee jump, you name it. If you're looking for a little bit of active lifestyle, X Centre has it.
Our bungee jump's 50 metres high. It's a purpose-built tower with electric lift that takes you to the top. After you jump, the lift will lower you back down to the ground. It's built over a lake. There's a natural spring that feeds into the lake, so you're jumping over water. And it's a good view, 50 metres high. It's a fair-sized jump, and above average probably.
Oh mate, I'm not doing it either. We're sending Leon. We're sending Leon and dunk that hair.
So I would say I will go first on the bungee jump just to be awake, and it was good fun. This lifting device was actually pretty confident up there, and they did a good job. They were always safety checking everything. I'm up here, like having a good view, and I'm still a bit tired, but I'm definitely gonna be awake after this one. So doing a proper countdown here. Are you ready, guys? 2, 3, 1. Blokesworld! Woohoo! Blokesworld! Blokesworld!
Yeah, originally when bungee first started back in the late 80s, there was no accreditation or no training for any bungee jump, and the government clamped down on it, said, like, we've got to get this right. And I was one of the first 20 people to have a certificate, I think. My original one, I think, was number 9 or something, I forget now.
But yeah, then Chris Warwick got up, and he isn't that afraid of heights, I think. He said it to me, he isn't afraid of heights, but it's the first time for him to do a bungee jump. It was the first time for him.
Absolutely myself. Here we go, about to bungee off 50 metres. 3, 2, 3, 1.
Hang on. I've got to explain this 2-3-1 business, viewers. Basically, every time Ado talks to the camera, he starts it off with 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
But then on day 4, which you'll see next week, he came off his bike about 7 times and got dehydrated and a bit disoriented, so he started to forget how to count. So that became a bit of a running gag for the trip. Anyway, you're all caught up. Back to Chris Warwick.
It was kind of weird timing because right after the lunch we went swordballing. We went in those huge plastic balls filled with air.
All right, viewers, Zorb ball. So you've got to start off by doing this process, which is kind of like giving birth in reverse. See how Chris goes? He is just hit the hole. As usual, folks, TV does not show the angle very well. I'm going to call this 22.5 degrees, just like a standard Australian roofline. So they roll down here. They're going to be going pretty quick by this point, and then it just keeps on going downhill on the grass.
I'm looking forward to this. Rather be on the outside than on the inside, that's for sure.
Leon and the boys got strapped in, and I looked at that going, if I go in there, whoever goes in there with me is going to be covered in second-hand hamburger.
Feeling good, Leon?
Yeah, pretty good.
Straight after lunch?
Ah, yeah, it's good. I had spicy one.
You know.
Me too. Oh, this was good fun.
Oh, viewers, this part's going to take unprecedented cooperation from the two A-graders. The attendant here is absolutely ruthless. He sent them back out. They've got to hamster themselves back to the dock. This could take a while, so we're going to take a break. We'll see you after this.
That was awesome. We went down that ramp and we were just airborne, bouncing. It felt like we were going 100k an hour.
Welcome to Blokesworld, Thailand, where the boys are back on the bitumen before battling bat poop beneath a big, natural cave.
It actually was more road riding today and not that a long day because we were heading to Lot Caves and we were just chasing the lines and just ripping those bikes on the road again, and a little bit of sliding into the corners and getting rid of the knobs on the tires. I'm preferring those trails on the dirt and everything, of course, and Chris too. That's what we are all about. But you gotta keep it funny and everything, and it was no problem at all. So we did our wiggly roads and just finding the apex and ripping those bikes around the corners. And yeah, Chris and I were heading off a bit, and I filmed him at the back. He was pushing the limits again a little bit and trying to get rid of those chicken stripes on the tires. And we actually got to close them up, I guess. Then we headed on to a pretty high spot again. We stopped there, having a little bit of a break and a lookout. And yeah, it was a little bit of a pity that it was all smoky up there, but actually the view was still breathtaking and everything.
Yeah, it's a big problem in northern Thailand, slash and burn, especially as you get into the early, part of the year. So they've obviously harvested crops, and they just slash and burn everything. So there is a lot of haze. It's like smog almost. It can ruin the view, yeah. So on a clear day, it's absolutely spectacular. But yeah, it can be quite misty up there. It's still really nice. Still amazing to see.
And then we'll head into Log Cave. Accommodation that's in tonight is in a national park where the cave is all situated. We're staying at 2 houses that are inside the park.
Oh, gee, it's got no privacy, do you?
No, you don't get no privacy. Oh, Matt's trying to have a shower.
So we'll have a cave tour this afternoon, which will go for maybe 2 hours.
A really, really interesting natural cave network. I think it runs like over 1 kilometre. Absolutely phenomenal. Stalagmites, stalactites, lots of old fossils, including Ado, me and Russell. And yeah, it was batshit, and it looked like it was I thought it was in the Alien movie. You know, all these like sort of weird glistening, and it was all like, it was horrible. Like, yeah, alien shit. I don't know how you'd describe it. So yeah, we got covered in bat.
แล้วจุดข้างหลังของเราจะเป็นหินลากฟันนะคะเนี่ยค่ะ This look like a teeth.
Teeth?
Yeah.
Good.
Frog.
Frog, yes. This is a frog.
Yeah, the fox, yeah.
It looks like Shrek.
It's Shrek.
It looks like Papa Squash.
Man, this is like some kind of psychology test, and we're learning a whole lot about people.
It's like ink splots, but with rocks.
That's right. Just to give you a bit of context, viewers, there's probably about 7,000 or 8,000 stairs just in front of us. You can't see them because it's dark. And this is where everyone pikes. And they're all staying at the bottom here where the boats are. Let's see who's got enough energy to get to the top.
Here we are, finally, at the centre of the earth, looking at the amazing Buddha-like statue that somehow reminds me of David's fat belly. Amazing.
That's it, don't move.
And viewers, while we follow our guide Lucky into the abyss, you're going for a commercial break. See you after this. Welcome back to Blokesworld, Thailand. We're going to get back to Lod Cave in a minute, but for now, here's the young guns, Leon and Chris, trying to keep up with Tim at home on the blacktop.
And if you look closely, David, you can see a crocodile. And what does that tell you? Crocodile Rock.
The scariest thing about this, all those steps in there and those man-made built ramps and everything, just you can reach all the spots. They looked pretty old, I guess, and they were all eaten up by ants or something. And yeah, but the good thing was the cave was full of bats, and all this bat poop was gluing together all those timber. It stank a lot, you know, and everything you touched, you got immediately full of bat poop.
We got on these canoes, bamboo canoes, and we sailed out of the cave network. I thought they were like piranha fish all around the boat.
Oh yeah, carp killer. God, imagine just coming down here.
You know it. Yeah, it took, I don't know, 10 minutes on the boat to get out. Yeah, it was really good fun.
On the next stop, it just pretty much looked like Jumanji, I guess. You got out of a huge cave, like you're going to the middle of the earth and the center of the earth, you know, and coming out of this huge cave. And it looked awesome. I was just stunned by all these visual impacts here. Really awesome. I'm pretty glad to go here, that I went here with you guys.
Wasn't a good idea wearing thongs.
And then after that, went for a bit of walk through the woods, finished up in a nice little restaurant. I had egg fried rice. I actually had chicken fried rice with an egg on top. I ordered first and everyone copied me. So I think we got 5 lots of that, and then someone ordered the pad thai. It was like a pad thai surprise. So it was like, I didn't order an omelette. It was like an omelette on my plate, but when you cut into it, it was all noodles. I think David must have ordered that one.
Sorry viewers, I know I should have cut that earlier. But anyway, taking us out for this episode, here's Leon's daily roadside bush bash.
did about 10 k's or something, and I found a pretty nice trail on the side of the road, and I decided to go for it. I thought it will actually take some time for the others to come back, and yeah, I went up those trails and it just felt like 30 seconds or 1 minute or something. I was off the road, back down again, and was just waiting. Did some commentating on my GoPro, so let's wait for the others and when they are coming and everything. And yeah, and I waited like 5 minutes there. I was like, that's not possible at all, you know, and I went straight on. Yeah, and actually I was waiting at the start of the village there. And you came into it, and I was waiting for 25 minutes, I guess, or something. And then I was picking up the phone and actually wanted to start Google Maps to do it on my own, just to find any way to Light Caves. And I didn't actually know where the homestay is. So at the exact moment I went for the Google Maps and everything, Dave came in and took me. Sorry for that.
Oh mate, you're all right. No, Blokesworld's like the Marines. We don't leave a man behind.